Hey folks, Jeff Little here at the ePropulsion booth at ICAST, and I have a product that I've been working on with product development going back to last November. This is the K-Lite 750. This is both battery and motor together, weighs less than 15 pounds. I've been using this in some really skinny water. The mud line on my K-Lite is right about there, so that means you got about 7 inches of draft. Compared to so many other kayak motors, you've just cut that in half. It gives you so much more freedom when you're whether you're doing inshore stuff, or I'm actually from Maryland and I fish in Pennsylvania for river smallmouth. Going skinny is so much more freedom. That's what I've enjoyed the most out of this. It's nice to have something that you can carry into a place and just pop it on there. So this comes off like that. It's a quick, just drop it down in there. You got your steering triangle here that connects to the foot control steering up here. You have really good range of rotation back there. So if it is shallower than 7 inches and you need to pull it up, the transition is really simple. I just pulled that and I can drop it. So I don't have to fumble around with the cleat very long. I can just yank it, drop it, pick up the paddle, and start digging in with the paddle. So I'll go ahead and get that back down there. We'll take a closer look at the underside of the mount here. This is a spring tensioned reverse lock. What that means is that when this comes down, it clicks with this pin right here, you can go right into reverse. So in the application of, say you're fishing and the wind's at your back and it keeps pushing you into the bank that you're fishing, you just drop that into reverse and you can adjust your position so that you're not constantly crashing into where you're making your cast. That'll go up to 300 watts in reverse. So that's a lot of power. I've been using it on rivers where I come down through a rapid. It's like pulling a parking brake. It just, you stop and then you can fish all the pockets on either side of you. So if you need more range than what's in here, now I've done a 12-hour day with just the power that's in this, but say you're gonna make a longer run. Say you're gonna run to a wreck offshore, right? You're going 4 miles out. You're gonna need more range than what's in here for that hard run. By the way, this setup gets up to 6 miles an hour. So if you're gonna run at 6 miles out there, you'll drain that in about 4 miles. You can add a third-party battery. So we have a range extension kit that has this device that unlocks the power of a 12-volt third-party battery. And now I've easily tripled my range. So I've run this in a really high stream flow, like a river that was in a flood stage conditions, and went 6 miles upstream, smashing big smallmouth on spinner baits, and went all day because it constantly trickles back 100 watts per hour the whole time you're going. Let's take a closer look at the throttle. We've actually separated the thing you touch from the thing you look at. The reason is, think about when you're driving. You're driving down the road, and if you're using Google Maps on your phone, you don't look down in the cup holder and then look up where you're driving. You want that to be up on the dashboard. So you're looking, and then you just glance down at what it is. I hated having the clutter of a screen here. I hated having my clothing catch on it. We kept this very low profile, and we separated what you look at from what you touch. When you do touch it, you got your power button. This is where your kill switch magnet goes, and this toggle switch is really important. What that does is it changes it from go mode to fish mode. So you're in neutral, and you're gonna mash it all the way forward. You get 500 watts, you double tap that, and it unlocks the additional 250. So you get 750 watts, you get up to 6 miles an hour. That's if you wanna get somewhere fast. But if you're just fishing, you want to creep along and make casts, you're skipping baits up into the mangroves and you just want to hit each little pocket as you go, you don't want to go too fast. And if you're 0 to 500 watts and you nudge it, a little bit and you're like, oh, it got me up to like 80 watts and moving too fast, I'm missing targets. When you switch to fish mode, you can look up here. This little orange symbol up here shows you that you're in fish mode. It goes from 0 to 200 watts. That gives you more control of the lower end of your speed range. So as you're fishing, you go the right speed. You don't go too fast, and you can set it right away. So that's available on our K-Lite 750. We've also added it to our K-Max. We're going to talk about our K-Max, much more powerful setup. 2200 watts. We're going to go really fast with a really big boat. Let's look at that next. So this motor is the K-Max 2200. And I had this big boat, the XTR 130. I get 8.3 miles an hour. That's just the starting point. Understand, at ICAST, we show things that are coming, maybe things that aren't retail ready. And that's the case with this. We're still in product development, and our starting point is 8.3 mile an hour. I know when I get back home to Maryland, and I'll test 9 different propellers to figure out the right pitch and the surface area. We're trying 9 different propellers to figure out what's best, not just with this boat, this big, heavy 160-pound fishing kayak, but I'm going to try it on more efficient boats like an inflatable. I'm going to try it on a sub 12-foot rotomolded kayak, and we'll figure out what's the best prop for this. So this has the same adjustable reverse lock and the one pull motor lift that, it's a hard position there, that the K-Lite 750 has. But let's move forward. We'll see I have my throttle here and then the monitor here, the batteries. I got 2 48 volts. I can do 1, 2, 3, or 4 for whatever range I can afford. I ran the power cable through the hull. This stays in there. When I back my trailer into the garage, one cable connects right here, and it does the whole system. It does the entire system. So having that ability to be modular with your batteries to scale up, if one is enough, great. If you want 2, they're $900 batteries. How much range do you need? How much can you afford? So this is the battery that won the energy category in the new product showcase. So it's nice to win an award. It's been a great product development team to work with. They have yet to tell me we can't do that. They're very positive minded. I love working with ePropulsion, and they need to know what anglers want. I fish constantly, and I told them with this battery, I need it to fit 2 of them side by side in a 16 by 16 black pack. I need it to be able to fit under seats. Like, we got the measurement right. This fits in lots of places and is very energy dense. For 23 pounds, you got a lot. You have over a kilowatt of energy in here, and you can double it, quadruple it, whatever you need. But yeah, that's the K-Max and K-Max battery that's coming next spring of 2027. So this is the ePropulsion Spirit 2. This is the battery that sits right on top. It's about 1.5 kilowatts of power, and this gets up to 2 kilowatts, but you can double, or you can hit this M button here and it'll boost up to 3 kilowatts. I've done that on a Crescent Kayaks Crestcraft, and I'm at 10.3 mile an hour, ripping and carving. It's a fun motor. Fairly lightweight for the amount of power that you have. And we got it here at the show on a Live Water Sports board, and it rips pretty good. Let's see if I can lift that up. You can adjust the angle of the tiller. And then here, it's actually in the extension, so you can pull that out and get a little bit extra. On the Crestcraft I have it rigged on, I even have a tiller extension there because I want to get my weight as far forward as possible. But we've been selling the heck out of the Spirits 2s because it's a lot of speed, it's a lot of power in a fairly compact package that it doesn't weigh a ton for the amount of power that you're getting to get a lot of these one-man paddlecraft into the double-digit range. So 10 plus mile an hour is possible with the Spirit 2 on boats like this.